Today I'll be explaining the Hindu editorial law and lawmakers. SC is right in saying that the legislative privilege cannot be a cover for crimes in the House. So SC or the Supreme Court has all the right to say that the legislative officials who have the legislative privilege cannot use the privilege as a cover to escape or to hide their comments. The Supreme Court ruling that the legislative privilege cannot be extended to provide legal immunity to criminal acts committed by lawmakers ought to be welcomed for two reasons. So, the Supreme Court says that the legislative authorities or officials shouldn't be using their privilege as a leverage to escape from the crimes for two main reasons. The first one is that it lays down that the legislators charged with unruly behavior that result in offences under penal laws cannot be protected either by their privilege or their free speech rights. The first reason is more like introduction, and what it says is that if the legislative officials if they're treated as normal citizens, then they don't have the legislative privilege. In that case, they will be punished under the penal laws for their unruly behavior or for the crimes that they will commit. The second reason is that the decision revives the law, which is the law relating to a prosecutor's role, um, relating it to a prosecutor's role in withdrawing an ongoing criminal case. The second reason is that this specific decision has something to do with reviving a prosecutor's role in withdrawing an ongoing criminal case. The LDF government in Kerala has suffered a setback as it strongly favored the withdrawal of cases against 6 members sought to be prosecuted for creating a ruckus in the assembly on March 13, 2015, when they boisterously tried to interrupt the presentation of the budget presented by the erstwhile UDF government. So recently, the LDF government in Kerala has suffered a setback. It has suffered a problem. As it strongly favored, what happened is that on March 13th, 2015, when the erstwhile UDF government, means the past UDF government, because it obviously happened in the past, 2015. So the erstwhile or the past UDF government, when it was presenting its budget representation, um, it got interrupted several times, and it got interrupted constantly by 6 members. These 6 members created ruckus and also dealt a lot of damage to public property. So the LDF government of Kerala, it has suffered a setback because of the withdrawal of the prosecution of these 6 members. Their action resulted in destruction or damage to some items amounting to a loss of 2.20 lakh rupees. So the action of the ruckus created by those 6 members had led to a loss of 2.20 lakh rupees. Even though the prosecutor asked to withdraw the case. Based on the Assembly Secretary complaint, the police registered a case and later filed a charge sheet against them for committing mischief and trespassing under the IPC and destroying public property under the Prevention of Damage to Public Property Act 1984. So this incident was taken to the police as complained by the Assembly Secretary. And when police filed the complaint, when the police registered the case, they created a charge sheet against the 6 members for committing mischief, for trespassing, and for destroying public property. This year, the Chief Judicial Magistrate Thiruvananthapuram had rejected the application by the public prosecutor for the withdrawal from prosecution, an order that was later affirmed by the Kerala HC. So the Chief Judicial Magistrate Thiruvananthapuram had rejected the application by the public prosecutor for the withdrawal from prosecution, an order that was later affirmed by KLS. So the prosecutor of those 6 members, he asked for the withdrawal of the case, but the Chief Judicial Magistrate, that is Mr. Thiruvananthapuram, he rejected the application by the prosecutor, and his move was also supported by the Kerala HC, that is Kerala High Court. It is not surprising that the Apex Court concurred with these decisions, as it is indeed an unacceptable argument that the alleged vandalism took place as part of the legislator's right to protest on the floor of the House. So this decision may not sound very surprising, and it shouldn't be, because anyone who deals a lot of damage to public property and creates a ruckus and does trespassing, mischief, they should pay for that. So they should be punished. Kerala CM Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan, who has rejected calls for asking his General Education Minister V. Sivankutty, one of the accused, to resign and face trial, maintains that the matter ought to have been seen as a political protest and something that should have not been taken into the domain of criminal prosecution. So the Kerala CM Pinarayi Vijayan. So Mr. Vijayan says that V. Sivankutty was one of the 6 members um, who were uh, who were prosecuted, uh, and he is the General Education Minister. So V. Sivankutty was one of the prosecuted. Uh, he was supposed to face trial he was supposed to face trial and be arrested. But Mr. Vijayan, the Chief Minister of Kerala, says that uh, he shouldn't be arrested, or he shouldn't be even taken into the domain of criminal prosecution, because what he did out there was just an act of political protest, and it should not be taken under any sort of criminal action. He is indeed right when he says that courts ought not to reappraise a prosecutor's decision to withdraw a case, and that they should only examine whether the prosecutor had applied his mind independently. So, Mr. Vijayan, he has a point when he says that the courts, they don't they have no right in judging the withdrawal of the prosecution by the prosecutor. All they can do is that they can hope and they can try to maintain a prosecution to happen independently. That is what I mean by that is the prosecutor, he should not be influenced by anyone. He should make his decision independently. For example, he shouldn't be blackmailed, or he shouldn't be bribed or like that. um, and that's the duty of the court. And the duty of the court is not to decide whether the case should be withdrawn or not. That's the duty of the prosecutor, and his decision is the final in that. However, there is equal force in the proposition that it is the court's duty to decide whether the withdrawal is in good faith, is it in the interest of the public policy, and is not aimed at thwarting the process of law. So yes, even though the court has no right in judging the withdrawal of the prosecution, it is the court's duty to make sure that all of this happens in good faith and legally. The legislative privilege and parliamentary free speech are necessary elements of a lawmaker's freedom to function, but it is difficult to disagree with the court's conclusion that an alleged act of destroying public property within house cannot be considered essential for the legislative functions. So, the legislative privilege and free speech are some essential elements for a lawmaker to do his job properly. But at the same time, it is also not very easy to disagree with the Supreme Court when it says that someone who did a lot of damage to public property, who dealt a lot, who led a lot of economic problem, 2.2 lakh rupees. So even though he's a lawmaker, he must be punished. His legislative privilege should not be used as a cover for that. However, he will be well advised to take a cue from several recent precedents of those in ministerial positions stepping down until their names are cleared by due process. So, what might actually happen? What probably might happen right now is that uh, V. Sivankutty, his prosecution will be withdrawn, because it is the decision of the prosecutor, and in the article it has given that the prosecutor, he has withdrawn the case, the prosecution. So there's nothing the court can do about it. So What Mr. V. Kutty must be aware is that these of is that there are many past instances or past examples of the same situation, and in all of the situations, well, in some of the situations, um, the people in the ministerial positions, the ministers who committed a crime or who crossed the line, they were punished. So the same thing might even happen to V. Sivan Kutty. So we don't know what's going to happen, but for now the case has been withdrawn by the prosecutor. There's nothing that the court could do about it. Thank you.